Hey, listen up. Don't do your NBMEs just yet. You might be artificially inflating your scores. This is a weird take on Reddit. Let's talk about it. Alright, so students nowadays like to use NBME forms like astrology predictions, basically trying to predict what the future holds for them. And this obsession with trying to predict the future causes even more anxiety and overinvestment in practice test scores. And for the same reason, some people might even entirely avoid doing the NBMEs because they're too scared of having a low score on a practice. So the question is, does NBME inflate your scores? Well, isn't the entire point of studying to inflate your score on the real deal? And studying the right resource correlates to having a higher score on the actual exam. What a radical concept, right? So in my opinion, when it comes to the NBMEs and the Usmle, there is no such thing as artificially inflating your score. This is simply a case of studying the right resource is leading to higher scores. Because at the end of the day, you need to take the NBMEs for what they truly are. Practice tests, and not magical crystal balls that are going to guarantee a high score on your real exam. So if you're failing the NBMEs, you're probably not going to score high on your real exam. Similarly, if your scores are improving after each NBME, then it will translate into a better score on the real deal. And why is that? Because you're using the right resource. The topics that are highly tested in the NBMEs are the highest yield on the Usmles. Similarly, the language used in NBMEs is highly representative of the real deal. The length of the questions can be varied, but the wordings and the sentence structure is quite similar. The reason being, these are the actual retired exam questions, and the exam writers are the same. So where did this concept of score inflation come from? Well, firstly, sometimes when students score well in the NBMEs, they become more complacent and just stop putting in the work. They may skip reviewing the answers or just memorize them without actually implying the cognitive processes that it took to reach to the answer. Another reason is that questions in one NBME form might repeat in other forms. So as you do more of these questions, the chance of repetition becomes higher. But this should not be the reason that you stop doing the NBMEs, because you will still get the benefit of exposing yourself to as many questions as possible, which is crucial for exam success. No single assessment can predict the future. So in my opinion, it is more important to see the trends instead of focusing on the peaks and the lows. Have a good one.